looks like the Lone Ranger without being around his neck.
1 2 1 2 1 2.
Good afternoon, everyone. Bonjour, bienvenue à tous, and bonjour. I'm absolutely delighted to be here with our Premier, Doug Ford, the Minister of Colleges and Universities, Ross Romano, Regional Chair Emerson, Mayor Scarpitti, MPP Pang, Minister Calandra, Minister Lecce, PA Piccini, MPP Canapati, and as well some representatives from York University, our Board of Governors, our Chair, Paul Saparis, and members of York's senior team, and many other community leaders who have supported York University's Markham Center campus along the way. Today, I am pleased to announce that York University will be proceeding with plans to build our Markham Center campus. Woo! Premier, we have a bold vision and a solid plan, and we will have shovels in the ground in the coming days so that we can open the doors in 2023. And it would not be possible without the support of you and your government, York Region, Markham, and the entire York University community of faculty, staff, students, alumni, and friends who have contributed to this project, many of whom are here today or will be joining virtually. York University's engagement in York Region has been steadily increasing over many years to keep pace with the incredible growth of the population and industry. We are a major partner in the IBM Innovation Space Markham Convergence Center, and York's Innovation Hub, Y-Space, supports budding entrepreneurs in Markham. We also introduced academic programming in Markham for the first time last fall with classes at the IBM Canada headquarters. This new state-of-the-art campus will enhance accessible and affordable post-secondary education for thousands of students who will be able to attend a high-quality, research-intensive university right here in York Region, offering professionally relevant programs in high-demand areas. The campus will leverage existing infrastructure in Markham, from transportation to athletic facilities, making for more efficient operations and supporting local businesses. And we will strengthen our partnerships with government, the private and public sectors to offer work-integrated learning opportunities for all students and to collaborate on pressing societal issues such as COVID-19, homelessness, and climate change, driving economic growth and building inclusive and resilient communities. On behalf of York University, I am grateful to have the support of the provincial, municipal, and regional governments, the donors who share our vision for the future of higher education, the people in Markham who have welcomed us with open arms, and the entire university community. And a special thank you to Elder Amy Descharlet, who visited the site in advance back in 2018 to do ceremony at the location in recognition of our presence on the traditional territory of the Mississaugas of the New Credit, and of our ongoing commitment to supporting reconciliation. The milestone we celebrate today represents a very bright future for students, Markham, York Region, and the province. Thank you. Merci, miigwech. And now, it is my great honor to introduce the Premier of Ontario, who has taken time out of his exceptionally busy week to be with us today. During one of the most challenging times we have ever seen in Ontario and around the world, we have seen our Premier out every day, often on the front lines, sharing important information and working tirelessly to ensure that all Ontarians stay as safe as possible amidst this global pandemic. Premier, thank you for all that you are doing to support Ontarians, and thank you for being here today with us to support this vitally important infrastructure project. Please join me in welcoming Premier Doug Ford.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
Well, thank you so much, Doctor. And well, good afternoon, everyone. And thank you, Dr. Lenton, for the very kind words and kind introduction. I'm excited to be back in Markham today for another fantastic announcement. I'm joined by Minister of Colleges and Universities, Ross Romano, along with the Parliamentary Assistant for Colleges and Universities, MPP Dave Pagini. Ross and Dave are doing a great job with this incredibly important file. Also here today is our wonderful Minister of Education, Stephen Lecce. I'm also joined by our excellent provincial representatives from Markham, MPP Billy Pang, MPP Logan Kenapathy, and Minister Paul Calandra. Billy, Paul, and Logan are working hard to serve the people of Markham, and today's announcement is proof that they're getting results. And I'm happy to be joined by our municipal partners, York Region Chair Wayne Emerson, and Markham Mayor Frank Scarpitti. Mayor, you and your team are doing a fantastic job here in Markham. What a beautiful city it is. I also want to recognize Markham CAO, Andy Taylor. Now, Andy is a true champion, my friends. The city of Markham has been a true partner. You guys are doing a great job, and thank you for everything you're doing. My friends, I'm thrilled to be back in this beautiful city of Markham. This is an incredible city with amazing people, with amazing leadership. It's a city that is growing fast, and that's why our government is making historic investments for the people of Markham and York Region. We're making these investments to keep up with the growth and ensure a bright future for Markham and York Region. That's why we're going to build subways for the people of York Region. We are investing a historic $5.6 billion to build the Young North subway extension to serve the people of Markham and Richmond Hill with rapid underground transit. Boy, I'm clapping for that one. I'll never forget the day the mayor made me sign that shovel too. I told him every time I sign something, it costs us hundreds of millions of dollars up here. But it's why we're expanding two-way all-day GO service on the Stouffville line. These are great numbers too, growing from 1,500 trips a week to 6,000 trips a week. Even when they had showed me those numbers, I said, "Are you sure they're right?" And that's right, 6,000 trips a week. And it's also why we have shovels in the ground to widen 404 from 407 to Major Mac, so people can get to work on time and get home sooner. These investments will be critical to keep up with the incredible growth we're seeing in this region. In fact, by the year 2040, Markham will be a place where the population of ages 18 to 22 will increase by 34%. Now, folks, this is the highest growth rate anywhere in the province, and that's why today's announcement is so important. Today, we're announcing the first ever university campus in York Region. This is truly historic, and it's long overdue. My friends, I'm thrilled to be standing on the future site of the Markham Center campus of York University. This will be a place where we unlock the potential of our young people in York Region and beyond. I want to thank Dr. Lenton. Thank you so much for your leadership. We couldn't have done it without the doctor. York University was able to bring the community together to support this important project. They raised working capital, fundraised, and secured donations. They worked with all levels of government, the private sector, and their community to get this historic project going. It's truly incredible. This is the first project started under our new framework for major post-secondary expansions. It is a win-win for everyone, and we are thrilled to see this project move forward. The construction of the campus alone will create over 2,000 jobs and generate over $350 million in immediate economic benefits. The Markham Center campus will give 4,200 students access to 20 world-class degree programs. Students here in York Region will be able to get a degree in high-demand fields like technology, data science, commerce, and entrepreneurship. My friends, we are starting something today that will benefit the people of Markham and York Region for generations to come. Before I pass it over to Minister Romano, I just want to say, I know Markham and York Region are entering Stage 3 today, along with 6 other regions across the province, and this is great news. And I know the people are expecting to hear an update on Stage 3 reopening from us on Monday. But the health officials have asked for a little more time to analyze the numbers. And as I've always said, we can't rush this. We will only move forward based on the best medical advice from the Chief Medical Officer, Command Table, and our local public health units. We will have an update for you on Wednesday on Stage 3 and the status of the 3 other regions. And I'm hopeful that we'll have some good news to share on Wednesday for those regions waiting to enter Stage 3. I want to thank you, and God bless the people of Ontario. I'll pass it over to Minister Romano now. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Premier, for that kind introduction, and good afternoon, everyone. I am so very proud and excited to be joining you today for this very special announcement of a new campus for York University in Markham. I want to begin by recognizing the work of my fellow colleagues in our caucus, MPPs Billy Pang, Logan Kanapathy, and Minister Paul Calandra for their incredible advocacy on behalf of Markham and York Region to bring a university to their rapidly growing community. These 3 have been working around the clock, and they have never wavered in their advocacy for this project. They have been fighting from the very start, and I can't stress enough to you all how much it is their tenacity that has made today possible. Thank you so much to our Markham area MPPs. Absolutely, thank you. I also want to speak to you about another incredible member of our team who has made today possible. Our government's parliamentary assistant to the Ministry of Colleges and University, my good friend, David Piccini. Approximately 1 year ago, I don't want to take your applause there, David. You'll get another opportunity. I asked David to take on this file for major capacity expansion, and he has been on it like a dog with a bone. He worked closely with institutions, municipal partners, and provincial political representatives to develop a plan, and he very quickly recognized the need to develop the framework that brings us here today, so that institutions and communities across our great province would know exactly what they would need to do to be able to make this type of experience possible, as Markham and York were able to do. I want to extend an extremely, very, very special thank you to our parliamentary assistant, David Piccini, for his practical and his thoughtful approach to getting this framework created. And I want to share with you all now the 3 fundamental pillars to our government's framework for major capacity expansion that was made possible with the great work of our parliamentary assistant, David Piccini. First of all, it's about community involvement. This is about ensuring that the community and all levels of government collaborate in the project in a way that leverages existing community supports and facilities, such as athletic facilities. The basic principle under this partner is about leveraging community partnerships. The second pillar is about meeting labor market needs. This is about ensuring that there is a market for the proposed school, and ensures that the programs offered will provide future graduates of institutions with the skills that they will need to fill vacancies and future labor market needs of the community and the region. And the final pillar is the funding model. The funding model was created in recognition of the financial realities of our province, which at this time make it impossible for Ontario taxpayers to be able to fund the significant capital expenses that are required to build and equip a modern and high-tech university or college. As such, this pillar requires that any new major capacity expansion projects, such as the York Markham campus we have announced here today, will receive operating expenses only from the province at this time. This is why, with respect to the announcement here today, York and Markham, working together with other community partners, have found a way to independently raise all of the necessary capital costs to build and equip this campus in Markham with a total capital and equipment valued at $275 million. I want to again thank our parliamentary assistant, David Piccini, for all of his hard work on the development of this framework and ensuring that our institutions and communities across our province have a clear understanding of the path forward to success, and ensuring that Ontario taxpayers receive the value for money that they deserve, while also ensuring that the people of our province can receive the education that they need where they need it most. I also would be remiss if I did not offer a very special thank you to the president of York University, Dr. Rhonda Lenton, who, Rhonda, after all of these last several months, I'm sure you're tired of talking to me and the frequent consultations we have over the phone. But Rhonda, you've been an absolute champion in working on this proposal. I also want to provide special thank yous to Mayor Scarpiti and Regional Chair Emerson. Thank you so much for all the great work on your parts to be able to make today a reality. I now want to pass it over to York Regional Chair Wayne Emerson to say a few words. Thank you.
Good job.
Well, thank you, Minister and Premier. Good afternoon, everyone. Today we mark a significant milestone for the academic future of our communities. On behalf of York Region Council and our 1.2 million residents, a sincere thank you to you, Premier Ford, the Government of Ontario, York University, and the City of Markham for joining with York Region to make this announcement. There is a shared vision for York Region and our partners. Together, we are strengthening opportunities for students and showcasing York Region as a destination of choice for higher learning. In order to support our economic growth, we need to connect students and researchers with our diversity and high-tech business community. The best way we do this is through direct investments in our people, education, and our economic industry. That is why, in 2015, York Region Council committed up to $25 million to help this campus become a reality. Today, I'm proud to reaffirm our financial commitment. This campus will provide York Region students with even more opportunities to study and thrive in the local community. Building a campus in the City of Markham is a great choice for York University. The campus will offer us direct access to multiple transit services and amenities, including York Region Transit and Viva, Go Transit, the Markham YMCA, and the Pan Am Center. Our business sector will also benefit from the influx of students working in placements and internship. On behalf of York Region Council and the Regional Municipality of York, our thanks to all for making this happen. This is truly a great day for York Region and marks the next step of an exciting partnership to invest in our people, the economy, and the future. So once again, Premier, I really want to thank you for all your work and the work you're doing on the COVID. And I have to say, the first 2 or 3 months with COVID, sir, you were very, very concerned about what was happening. But the last couple of weeks, I've seen you smile, which is great, Premier. I'm really glad that I know you've had a lot of pressure, sir, but with your government, we will move mountains. But thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Appreciate it. Very kind words. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. And as the Mayor of Markham, I'm pleased to welcome everyone here. I want to say thank you very much, Premier, for not only joining us here today, but your ongoing support. And as the Premier always says, I'm going to quote you, you've been an absolute champion, and you truly have, and we thank you. I also want to say thank you to Minister Romano. And Minister, you've had an enormous task of revamping and developing post-secondary education in the province and developing a new strategy. And it's great as part of that strategy that we're here to announce the first major university expansion. So thank you, Minister. And as indicated, I also want to say a special thank you to David Piccini, Parliamentary Assistant to the Minister. While the Minister was tasked with the overall strategy, I want to thank David for rolling up his sleeves to work out the details of this particular project. I thank you for some really incredible work. So thank you. Let's give him a hand. He's done a great job. We just are so incredibly proud and excited to be home to York Region's first public university. This is a momentous occasion, not only for the city of Markham, but for the GTA, York Region, and for the entire province of Ontario. It used to be said that York Region was the only jurisdiction with a population of more than 1 million people in all of North America that did not have a major university. Well, guess what? After today, that can't be said anymore. So thank you, Premier. We're celebrating the incredible partnership between York University, the City of Markham, York Region, the Province of Ontario, and I must say, the generosity of some private donors who are here today, and I thank them for their generosity. All partners remain steadfast in their commitment to see this project through. And it's fair to say that we all worked to make this a reality. But make no mistake, we would not be here today if it wasn't for the determination, the perseverance, and the incredible commitment from President Rhonda Lenton. Thank you, President Lenton, for all your work. I'd also say thank you to our local MPPs, in particular, Minister Paul Calandra, also Billy Pang, Daisy Way, Logan Kanapathy, and Gila Martu for their incredible support. I want to say thanks to the previous council and our current Markham Council, and they can raise their hands, they're here today. Thanks to council because it's their commitment. Let's give them a hand. Yeah, they're great work on behalf of everyone. It's because of their ongoing commitment that made it possible for the City of Markham to donate the land for this university, which is valued at more than $50 million, an incredible contribution. And as you've heard, this campus will transform post-secondary education here in York Region and the GTA. Now is exactly the right time to build this campus. As was said by the Premier, the number of 18 to 22-year-olds in York Region is projected to grow by 34% to the year 2041. That's the highest growth of that age group in the whole province. This is a growing need in our community to access quality post-secondary education and to have that education close to home, ensuring accessible education to everyone. Ensuring high quality education is one of the most important things that we can do to ensure a bright and promising future. The York University Markham campus will support York Region's projected population growth, which again is one of the fastest growing areas in all of Ontario. It fits perfectly with the vision that we have here in Markham Centre, building on our highly skilled, highly diverse workforce. Markham is a key player in Ontario's innovation corridor, and it's at the center of the second largest tech sector in all of Canada. The innovation that's happening right here in this community has far-reaching global impact. This beautifully designed, state-of-the-art campus, and it is beautifully designed. It's not gold, Premier, but almost. It's quite attractive. We'll sit right here in the center of this area, right next to the beautiful Markham Pan Am Centre, and it is within a 5-minute walk to the Unionville GO station as the Premier, an incredible system that's being improved. The campus will offer students more than 20 degree programs. Students will receive an experience unlike anything else. They'll receive the necessary education, the skills, and the training, while also having access to workplace experience, working collaboratively with our information and technology companies. This is an investment in our future. In fact, it's the most powerful investment in our future. There's no greater return than investment than in education. It forms a solid foundation for the path forward. And with this, Markham, as a 21st century city, is ready for the future economy. This will strengthen our position as a hub for innovation, while driving the future prosperity of the province. There's always been the strength of this proposal, but now it will be a driving force, a much needed driving force as we engage in our economic recovery. We cannot wait until the students from all across York Region, the GTA and beyond will be here when the doors open in 2023. It's been a long time coming, the moment that we've all been waiting for. And I couldn't be prouder to be standing here today with the Premier, with Minister Romana, with Rhonda Lenton and her team from York University, and our team from the City of Markham and York Region. Now, York. The Y in York stands for the youth. You will reach your full potential because of this university. The O in York stands for Ontario. This university positions Ontario well for the global economy. R is for recovery. This project has always been important to the future prosperity, but it's become critically important for the economic recovery. And K, K, well, you're damn right it's okay that it's right here in Markham and in York Region. I never was very good at those acrostic poems. But anyways, our shared commitment to this landmark project ensures that university will be here in the Markham Center area. It's moving from a vision to a reality. And now the road to higher education runs through Markham. Thank you, Premier. Thank you, ministers. Thanks to everyone who's made this possible.